What is going on, my Jets family? I believe we are live right now. Yes, we are. What is going on, my Jets family? I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this new show, this new thing that I wanted to give it a shot because, excuse me, it's something I've been enjoying, and I plan on enjoying a lot more this summer. And I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to, experience it with you guys as we talk about those New York Jets. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to call this Jets at Sunset. Now, it's the first time I'm using my phone. I thought I'd be able to use my camera on the back of the phone, but it doesn't seem to allow me to do that. So I'll be using the one on the front. So if you can bear with me, I think I should be able to get you guys a beautiful view. But I'm excited for you guys again to be joining me here. And today it's going to be a short segment. We're going to be doing these throughout. As time goes, throughout as many days as we can throughout the week. Appreciate all you guys here. Appreciate I see Michael. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. But yeah, so I'm going to be bringing you guys these short segments, as the weeks go on throughout the summer, where we can enjoy this view together. So without further ado, I should be able to do this. Turn the camera, and we could talk about them Jets while looking out at a beautiful, beautiful, scenic view. It was one of the reasons I definitely wanted to live here when we first chose here. It was obviously before you guys know I got that job where I was commuting crazy far. Still am, but it's why I wanted to live here. Right on the water. It's so freaking beautiful. You got the sun right up there. You got the water. Hopefully, you guys can see it. I'm hoping it's coming in nice and clear. But you can let me know in the comments, if something's going on. I'll be peeking in the back a little bit to get some shade so I could see what you guys are writing. But again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. So without further ado, let's look out at this beautiful scenic view together out on the water. And it reminds me of, I don't know if you guys ever heard the Counting Crows song, where it goes, if you've never looked out into the distance, then your life is a shame. I mean, it's just beautiful, man. It's good to look out, contemplate. And it's actually perfect timing right now because, again, as we mentioned, we're going to be talking about the safety position for the New York Jets. So we look out, we see the ferry coming in. It reminded me actually earlier, it was funny because I was seeing it happen. You have the ferry you can see. Hopefully you guys can see. I believe you can see. You got the ferry in the distance coming at us. Excuse me. Obviously, if you're a smaller boat, it looks smaller coming at you. But as it gets closer, it's big, but it's so much bigger in person. But once it's on top of you, it's a little too late. It reminded me, and this might make you guys laugh, seeing, it come in and get bigger and bigger from the horizon as it gets closer to you. It reminded me of what people are going to see with Jordan Whitehead this year. Like, Jordan Whitehead is freaking ripped. Like you guys remember what LaRon Landry looked like. Like, this dude was freaking ripped. Like, he is shredded, Jordan Whitehead, which is huge, especially for someone playing at the safety position. He's like a freaking heat-seeking missile, which is amazing. Just want to check in, make sure you guys all still good. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully you can see well. But yeah, you see the ferry coming in again. From the distance, it looks small. And you look at Whitehead, it's interesting. When I used to see LaRon Landry in that Jet jersey, man, he looked huge. Like, he always looked big. Whitehead's like deceptively big. Like, when you see him in game, he looks big. He looks decent size. But man, if you guys haven't seen it, I put it out, earlier when we first signed him. There's videos of him out and pictures of him out there. He's just ripped. This dude is absolutely shredded. And he's going to be a heat-seeking missile, just taking people out. And you think about what you want from a safety, right? What do you want from a safety playing? Well, their position is massively helped by the cornerbacks. And I planned on, bringing that to you guys tomorrow, talking to you more about the cornerbacks then. Excuse me. But going to the safeties, their position is massively helped by them. And our corners look great. We'll talk tomorrow about how great they look. And that alleviates a lot of pressure from the safeties. So what else do? They play up at the line. They hit people. They stop the run. They're disruptive players. They call out things they see from the backfield. Well, we've seen LaMarcus Joyner do that. Now, LaMarcus Joyner's healthy, and he's 32 years old, but we have to remember, I remind people of guys like Charles Woodson, for example. Got older, wasn't able to keep up with guys on the edge at corner, was getting up there, transition to safety. He was a freaking all-pro. He was an all-pro for like another 5-6 years. He dominated at that next position because you can play elite at safety as you get older if you still have in the tank and you have your wits about you. And LaMarcus Joyner, perfect example. I'd mentioned it last year when we signed him before he got hurt. Was super excited. Before he got hurt, he had a career 90 grade PFF when playing safety. Always an A grade when playing safety. It's what he did well. So you got Whitehead already, right? You got that heat-seeking missile. The guy that you guys can see it. You can see it right now. It's coming in that ferry, right? It looks smaller in the distance, and as it comes closer, it's like, man, that's big. That's like Whitehead, man. People are going to be like, oh, yeah, he looks pretty big. Then when he's on top of them, oh, it's over. It's over. They're going to see the muscles on top of the muscles, on top of the muscles, and realize lights out. But, man, you got Whitehead right there playing up at the line. We talked about LaMarcus Joyner, who's excellent in coverage, healthy now. And, again, even though he's 32, pretty much 32 years old now, he can dominate at that position. So we now move to the guy who I even like a little bit more, and that's Jason Pinnock. Jason Pinnock really played well last year when playing that free safety position coming in later in the season. And you guys, I was psyched about him. I looked at his numbers out of college when we signed him. Wasn't the guy initially on my radar, and I was like, oh, damn. This guy's putting up numbers that rival like the best. Like he looks really good. He's a big dude. When he wasn't playing a lot last year, I started to think, well, he's big, he's athletic, he's pretty nimble, he's, a big hitter. Maybe he could play safety. Well, they played him at safety, and he played well. That's a young dude, a guy going into his second year, who, again, looked like he could potentially be the guy. So you already got one of them in Whitehead, right? You got that. You're looking for the other. You got Joyner, we talked about. When healthy, totally the guy. Pinnock hopefully can be the guy going into his second year. Well, you got a couple of younger guys in Will Parks, who's looked a little – no, obviously I don't think as good as Pinnock flashed last year. I think Pinnock really looked like he could come into that role, but you saw flashes from Will Parks. You saw flashes from the local guy. I don't know why I'm blanking on Elijah Riley. You saw flashes from Elijah Riley. And let's not forget Ashton Davis, who's been lighting it up in camp. And again, it's not jerseys yet, it's not, pads and everything, but he's been lighting it up. He's been looking okay. Again, I like Pinnock's potential more because he's going into his second year. He's a guy who was a rookie last year, and when given the opportunity at safety for the first time, really, he shined a bit. He looked like, oh, wow, there's a little potential. This is exciting. And again, we look at what he did in college. It's exciting to see. Davis could still be the guy, but he's had a little more time, right? He was drafted in 2020. So we see the ferry coming in. Again, we got this green view. Hope you guys are enjoying it. But we see, Davis is a big hitter too, right? We talk about playing at the line. Man, I remember my favorite play of Davis so far was him wrecking Cam Newton. Like, I remember that play. He came in. He decked Cam Newton, man. Newton was out. He was out for a few plays. He's like, who is that guy? Like, what just happened? So, man, you got guys that can play up at the line and play, the run and run support. And all of those guys we just mentioned, right? We talked about some really good coverage in Joyner. Whitehead's coverage is good, but Joyner definitely, when healthy, could excel in coverage. Pinnock, question mark, right? A couple of guys will see what can happen. But like we mentioned before, when the corners are good, it makes the safety's job easier. And, man, I'm going to talk about it with you guys tomorrow, and that's a teaser. The teaser for tomorrow is how our corners look like some of the best in the freaking NFL. So I'm just trying to see the screen. Appreciate you guys here. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. We got Michael saying here, appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. We got David. David said, getting some sun, blue sky, maybe the lower camera bit for a better view. Appreciate that. Jeff said, elbow in the sky. Unfortunately, I can't use the rear camera, which is the weirdest thing. Like, I was like, oh, I'll be able to use the rear camera. I'll see it on my screen and boom, right? Boom. But for some reason, I'm going to hold it like this. I think this will help. So you got the ferry over there, which is very nice. You got the ferry coming in right over there. Nice little view. You got the sailboats. It's just a beautiful view, man. I feel like, that's what life's about. Like, I love social media. Don't get me wrong. I love social media. I love chatting it up with you guys. But you got to disconnect a little, right? Like, enjoy the outside. And that's why, I wanted to bring this to you guys. I've been doing this, over the summer. It's a thing I'm planning, keep doing more. One of the advantages I wanted, in living here. And, I used to come here a lot with my parents when I was younger. I really enjoyed it a lot. It's a nice little, beach area. Again, you got the sailboats. You got beautiful water. It's a beautiful inlet. You got the opening right down there. But yeah, man, I plan to talk to you guys more about it as it goes. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate all your guys' comments. Appreciate, everyone, all you guys tuning in, all you guys being here, all you guys being a part of the show. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I'm going to bring this to you guys as much as we can. So, short shows like this bring you, couple of weeks. Tomorrow, we're going to talk more about the corners. So I hope you enjoyed talking about the safeties. I feel like we were just saying, that there's a lot of potential there, that this room is slept on for all the reasons we mentioned. For the guys we got, we already got Whitehead. We're looking for one. A lot of potential in a lot of those guys. Could be really interesting. Could be something. And I think that is a position that could prove a lot of people wrong. So again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great, great, great rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. And again, thank you for being here at Jets at Sunset.